This is a debate that needs critical analysis, and I will give you the whole breakdown of the two feed type to enable you make your decisions. I'm going to give you my take, being that I have used both feed. What's up my people, and welcome to Life of a Farmer Loaf. You can also follow me on my Facebook page at Life of a Farmer Loaf for regular updates. I remain your anchor, Ishokri of Okeronye. You can call me Overruns. On this channel, we discuss farming in details, how to grow your farm, challenges faced by farmers and how to control them. Ensure to subscribe, click the bell icon so you don't miss important videos like this one. Give this video a like, comment and share for others to benefit. Without wasting your time, let's dive into the main cocoa. This is a very interesting topic that will take a lot of time, but I will try as much as possible to make it short. Basically, using pellet or mash depends on type of bed that is being fed, the age of the bed, and also availability of that particular feed. Layers are very sensitive, unlike broilers. If you are a layer farmer that is into egg production, it is not advisable to switch. Any switch from mash to pellets or vice versa will affect your production before it will stable, and a reduction in a tray of eggs is a shortage to the farmer. On the other hand, broilers are not like that. Be it mash or pellet for broilers, they are all good, as there is no effect except the feed did not meet the nutritional requirement as stated by the feed manufacturing company. Based on my experience in the course of farming, and I'm specifically referring to broilers, at the starter stage, this should be a concern as mash or crumble could be fed to the chicks. Let me tell you the advantages and disadvantages between the two feed for your young chicks. For mash used to feed chicks during the first 7 to 10 days, you will notice that most chicks, as they are feeding, they leave behind the larger particles, and this in most cases is the maize and other feed particles that are either of energy or protein. This will not only affect them in terms of growth but also cause wastage. This is common, most especially if the feed or mash was badly produced. You will agree with me that if you feed your broiler chicks mash or crumble for the first 3 days, you will see bigger particles left behind on the feeders, which they are unable to break with their beak. Secondly, you will agree with me also that during packaging, loading and offloading of the feed, some feed particles in the form of dust do escape. This is by far reduced in crumble, as it has been binded together and there is very little or no escape of such. On this basis, crumble has better advantage over mash, but if the crumble is badly produced, I bet you mash will do far better. For grass and finisher, it still depends on 1 or 2 factors. If you use mash for your pellets in the case of layers, I bet you a whole lot of feed will go to the wood shavings. This might be difficult for the birds to pick up, but this is by far reduced in pelletized feed, as the feed particles are larger and heavier, and once it fell on the litters, the birds can easily pick it up, thereby reducing wastage. This is same with layer beds, or let me say all grown poultry beds. Not only that, another important point is that when mash is being fed to chicks, they pick up the smaller particles, leaving larger ones behind. But the reverse is the case, as larger birds will pick up the bigger particles first before feeding on the smaller ones. But in case of pellet, it's not so, as all has been molded into a single piece. So if the birds pick up one pellet, there is 80 to 95% that all the feed ingredients are in that one pellet or crumble. So for this, I give it to pellet and crumble as the best. There are instances where mash is far better than crumble or pellet, and I will explain it to you. This is the area of cost. Mash is far much cheaper than crumble or pellet. This is because no extra job is needed for mash. After mixing, the bagging is done. But in cases of crumble or pellet, 2 things are considered to have the desired result. 1, the feed ingredient particle size must be finer, and 2, the feed have to pass through heat. This will automatically make the crumble or pellet to be more expensive. On this basis, I give it to mash. Another thing is feed quality. You see this feed manufacturing company, if they produce mash, you can easily identify 90% of all feed ingredients in the feed, be it soya, maize, GNC, PKC, wheat, and others. This is an advantage. But you see crumble or pellet, you can never tell the feed ingredient used. As such, only your birds will interpret the feed for you. This is where mash surpass crumble or pellet. But let me tell you one secret which I have learned personally based on my experience. Once you notice that crumble or pellet is less expensive to mash, know that that feed in crumble or pellet is just shaft. I came across a situation many years ago whereby the store owner where I went to buy feed was selling mash of a particular feed at a price that is more expensive than the pellet. Then I told her that it's like she doesn't know how much she bought the feed, that pellet can never be cheaper than mash. She said that is the company price. Behold, because I have been using pellet for my layers, I picked it up, and even though my instinct says otherwise, I still have to go for the pellet, because if I should change from pellet to mash, it's going to affect my production. Mind you, this is same feed I have been using, and guess what? After administering this pellet to my layers, my production dropped. I felt they were due for medication, but after doing my findings, I discovered that it wasn't the birds, but it's as a result of the feed. Thereafter, I switched from pellet to mash, and my production came back. So it dawned on me that that feed, which is pelletized feed that was used, there is every tendency that the feed ingredients were not up to standard, and as such, they are just dust or shaft per se. That is why it was quite cheaper than mash, of which mash was supposed to be cheaper than pellet. Then I was right, because on no account can mash be more expensive than pellet. And for this to happen, that means the feed ingredient used to produce the pellet was nothing to write home about. This is one major advantage of mash over pellet. Another important point is that if the pellets are hard or too long, the birds won't feed properly, and this will also affect them. The truth is that there is better feed consumption when pellets or crumble are used for poultry birds, and this will also result in better performance if only the pellets or crumble is well formulated, and this could result in higher cost. Please subscribe and turn on the bell icon to get regular updates whenever I upload a new video. Don't forget to give this video a like, comment, and share for others to benefit. You can also use the end screen showing right now to watch other interesting videos. Thanks and God bless. See you in my next video. Peace out.